Okay, boys. So same thing as last episode. Audio's kind of jacked up, so I'm gonna be doing a voiceover of this episode. Welcome back, another Total War Rome 2 Epirus episode, legendary campaign. Right now, we're just trying to figure some things out. So we've got some invading neighbors, and it seems like we've kind of put ourselves in quite the entanglement. So the goal of this episode is to get out of that entanglement as unscathed as possible. I think here Galatia was trying to offer, or I was attempting to offer Galatia a non-aggression pact, but for whatever reason, the shit just was not making sense to me at the time. And I think it still has to do with the fact that, like, I don't really need to be cool with Galatia. You know what I mean? And if they're gonna drag themselves in a war, I don't want to have negative influence
Your
due to
wisdom
my
is
connection with them.
renowned, and surely Athena herself would see
Pergamon
that
is
an
offering
attack
for
on
us
these
to join the
people
war.
is necessary.
I am thinking about it because I'm like, hey, you know, it is what it is, but I don't really want to beef for 790, and I didn't feel like negotiating. Neither did I feel like actually joining that war. So we'll take that, you know, for what it is. And then look who it is. So y'all know we got this land back the last episode, right? They come back with their full army, and all the king's men and all the king's horses couldn't put Humpty back together again. That's the shit you're finna see here. So let's see what we can do. I don't want to say anything because obviously, like, I know what happened. So I'm trying to just talk only when needed, but also fill up the space. And they've got a decent army, especially just size-wise. I think where we have the advantage is missile superiority. Definitely have that. And on top of it, we've got a lot of fucking pikemen. And their spear units are just not going to be able to do much. They don't have a lot of cav. I think we have more cav than them as well, so I'm pretty confident about this. They have us outnumbered, but we just fought this battle, so I know the layout of the map. I'm thinking about it already, and I'm pretty sure at this point it's just about putting my pikemen somewhere strategic. In city defenses, I mean, you can win with some pretty crazy odds. If you can just hold your choke points with a unit that isn't going to waver, you should be fine. Especially pikemen. Especially pikemen versus spear or swords. Hell, even sometimes pike on pike. And again, just thinking about where I can place these units, where I think they're going to come from. Pretty sure the army is coming from that way. And last time they split up their armies and divided, they went through two different routes into the city center. So I'm assuming because there's two armies, they'll do that same thing. So it'll be four different routes they take to try to capture this city center. So I really need to defend four different sides. But I also know they don't have cav. So I'm not too worried about getting outflanked. And they don't have a lot of missile units. So I'm not too worried about getting bogged down by that. I do want to take out whatever missile units they do have to really widen my advantage with my cav. So I'd be looking forward to doing that. But everything else, I think I'm just trying to min-max my situation. Just figure out like what's going to work best, what's not. And again, apologies for the silence at times. I'm trying not to overspeak. Granted, I know the point of you being here is to hear, you know, some commentary over this gameplay, but I don't really know what I'm debating right now. I think I'm just trying to figure out where to place my units. And again, I'm really overthinking it because the only thing that matters is where my cav and my missile units go. Everybody else can kind of move into position once I see the armies. And again, not much to really say here because everything that we're trying to do is just predict where they're going to be, where their movements are. But none of this shit really matters. Like in Rome 2, really in Total War in general, but really in Rome 2. If you have enough units that just won't run away as soon as they suffer some casualties, especially units that have enough armor to withstand missile units, all you're doing is waiting out to see who can stand last and outmaneuver each other. Especially when you have so many choke points like you have in this map, where we're trying to hold down the city center, right? I'm assuming right where I put my first two pikemen, that is where the bulk of their army is going to come, from what I can see. I know they're going to break their armies down and split them up. So in my opinion, I'm not trying to really defend one side over the other. I'm trying to see which side they put their weakness on. So which side doesn't have a lot of missile units. That's when I'm going to move my missile units into position and flank that side, immediately alleviate all pressure from that side of the map, and then move those units do the same thing on the other sides. I'm just trying to play basically like diffuse, I'm really waiting to see, okay, how are y'all gonna line up? Once I see how they line up, all I'm doing then is just trying to move my missile units into position before time runs out. What is time running out? My men wavering. So that's the plan. I don't remember where I put them though. I think I tried to hide my slingers. And levies are a great skirmish unit to do what I'm about to do with these Illyrian levies. Similar to Axemen in a way. And I'm also just toggling off skirmish mode because, which I really shouldn't be doing for my slingers, but one of the things that happens is when you are fighting these blobs and you're using your skirmisher units in that way, if they get too close to the blob, they'll just keep running back. It'll be like a cycle of them running back and forth, and they'll never use any of their ammo. So that might be one of the things that I'm thinking.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
But I think they should have skirmish mode on for now. Let's see what I do with it. Bringing in our reinforcements from the sea. Really just needing that artillery to kind of, whatever side they choose to attack that can still get hit from the coast, that's what I'm trying to do. Fuck them up any way possible. Defend the land. And yep, they're going to send their cav units out first. So both their cav units, all three of their cav units are on the move. And I'm just trying to get my skirmishers in a position to stay hidden for as long as possible. I don't want their position to be drawn out. Yeah, and shit is just getting interesting here. I mean, I think so it's 3 armies. Or it's 2 armies coming from 3 different directions. Am I tripping? And look how slow that army's advancing. That shit pisses me off too. I mean, it's kind of good, but at the same time, it's kind of not. Because I don't want to get caught trying to maneuver while another army's advancing. So yeah, they split their army up. So it's 3 different directions. I'm really hoping the hoplites buy me some time here. Hoplites are not the best units. These are militia hoplites, I'm saying. Definitely not the best units. And against really any type of actual sword unit, spear unit, pikemen, whatever, these fuckers are gonna fold. So I'm really just hoping that those guys hold the line there. I need my artillery to get there ASAP. They need to be shelling the fuck out of the coast. And they barely brought anybody over here to the east. So they went and sacrificed one of their general units. That's perfect for us. The morale's gonna go down. Now we just need to target the other one. Because I think there's only 2 armies. And again, my cav is just sitting there, but I really should have my cav on the move by now. Because they're going to get boxed in a second. Yeah, go now. Gotta go quick, gotta go quick. Probably could have made it, but it's better we do it this way. So all I'm trying to do is get my cav basically into play, and I can't have them trapped behind these blobs because they are coming. Once that other army gets here too, we'll be trapped on all sides. And that cav should be going around to where my first 2 pikemen were set up to take out those skirmish units. Get around, get around, get around. And I think I got my artillery on explosive rounds too, so it should be, if they had more cav, it would be scaring some of their cav, but it doesn't really make a difference here. Flammable round, not explosive round. Epirus. Okay, so now pretty much everybody's in position. And they've picked their choke points that they're going to try to attack. So, again, we're just shelling them from the coast and holding in line. That's all we can do. This isn't going quite as I planned. As you can see at the bottom here, some of my skirmish units are fighting these spearmen, and they're going to get shredded. So I don't know if I catch that in time. Let's see. Got my cav on the move. And this is really where the battle should turn in my favor, because once I get this side freed up, I can fight both sides of incoming Illyrians. And they didn't even commit. They chased my cav down, so they didn't even commit to where my pikemen are set up. So I really could march out. I should bring that army out. Let's see what I do. I think I go reinforce. Okay. I go reinforce the first blob. My cav have just arrived. They're on the scene. And that should about do it for their skirmish units. And they didn't bring any, they didn't bring any missile units to the fight to begin with. So that's a big blow to lose them. And now we've pretty much got them surrounded. I'm just trying to take out this general. If I can take out that general, the rest of the units in that area will crumble, and then we can just focus fire. These guys still haven't picked a side. They don't know what they want to do. Which is good for us. I mean, if they're going to just sit there like they usually do, let them sit there. Fuck it. Get better. This was a fun ass battle, I'm not gonna lie. And for some reason I couldn't get them to shoot. I didn't know what was happening, but they were kind of in range. Those guys that I just targeted are out of range, but those guys next to, yep, they're all in range, but they're not firing on them. I didn't know if it was a line of sight issue or the game was just fucking buggy, but whatever, because now you can see we got them surrounded, and I don't know where the fuck my cavalry were going, but I need them to do the same thing on this side. Let's see how this goes. Taking way too long to kill these slingers. Way too fucking long. And that's a note to self. Like, don't send my Thessalians into that shit, because they do not attack fast enough. Okay, so we're getting them to crack here. And this is really just my slinger slash no garrison unit. It's like 6 per unit. So I'm freeing up fighters everywhere and just trying to put them to guard aside and try to mow them down here. Did I send my general to dock? I think I did. I was definitely desperate because I think right here I'm panicking a little bit. I know I can win this battle, but I think I got too many units that aren't doing shit right now. So you see me just docking everybody. Everybody that's not firing out artillery is getting docked. Because I got to get some pressure off these guys. Go manual mode here, fuck them up. And these are just spearmen. They're not even like tough units, which is why my hoplites have been able to hold out this long. But still, once that line cracks, I really don't have anything else to back them up with. I need to be moving those pikemen. Or are those hoplites? Yeah, they're pikemen, okay. Perfect. Move those guys into position. They should be cracked. Yeah, what are y'all doing? Line back up. We need to get this line done. That general needs to die. Once the hoplite general dies, I think I should be taking that army and bringing them around to flank this army that I'm targeting right now. It's so weird doing this shit in retrospect, because I did this. This campaign is like, or this battle is like 2 weeks ago, so I don't remember shit, but I do remember, the outcome. But seeing it, it's like, what the fuck was I thinking at some points? I think things are working now because I got to get my pikemen into position. I should split them up because they're gonna fold. They already got the red banner. They're finna break. Okay, cool. They broke, so now I got to put them in position. This is all happening at a good time because, again, my line's kind of getting shredded over there. I need to move my cav in position. Hopefully I see that. Yeah, there you go. And I thought I had one cav unit engaged. They're on skirmish mode.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
I don't know.
One of our units.
Did I lose my general? Don't tell me I lost my general here. And look how they broke through. I said they were going to do that. And I should have moved my pikemen into position, but I just wasn't that great at micromanaging. Trying to get in on the flanks because their army is pretty much situated. Everybody's got to get back in this fight. They use all their ammunition, so they're pretty much useless. And this is my general unit. Just trying to break some of these lines. Because if that blob at the bottom connects, it's 2 blobs right now. If they connect, I get overwhelmed. There's no way. There's no way we hold out. Even with the artillery support. Maybe the pikes. I mean, I got 2 pikes at what? 3 pikes at 125, 124, and 135. So they're somewhat healthy. Nothing I can do here. Yeah, they're holding. Move him out the way. Why are y'all not on skirmish mode? I know why. Because as I said earlier, I don't put them on skirmish mode.
One of our units is used.
They're getting shredded, which is what we want. And I want all of these missile units to just destroy their back line. So it's really nice having them all, you know, right, ready to flank, instead of having to take them across the map to do it.
One of our units is used all its
So
ammunition.
good positioning. I really like my positioning here.
Ready and waiting. Ready for orders. Spearmen, ready for orders.
Get in position.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Ready for orders. Orders understood. As you commander. Commander. Firepower ready.
There we go. So now we got them focused in. We got them zeroed in. And we did it before their blob could really do anything about it. You see some of them are moving to help out the other area of the blob, their main blob. But those pikemen are holding. And this is where army comp matters. If I didn't have pikemen here, and these were just hoplites I'm using, I'm getting shredded. When in doubt, pike out. To be honest with you, I'm doing nothing with my calf. And that's one of my weaknesses in general. So they're breaking. Their lines are breaking. They're realizing all their generals are dead. This shit is pretty much wrapped up. And that's how you defend yourself. Now, granted, remember, if I didn't move out of position that first time, which triggered them to take my not my capital, my city, I wouldn't be having to play catch up because I would have had my army in position. They would never invade it. And if they did, we would have did this shit properly the first time. And it would only been one battle. But y'all got to see 2 battles in 2 episodes. I think there's 3 battles this episode. I think there's 3. There's definitely 2. And y'all know with me, sometimes y'all go 2-3 episodes and we'll only have like 2 battles. So live this shit up. And if you made it this far in the video, I am thinking about my next campaign being potentially an Attila campaign. If you have any suggestions or anybody you want me to play as for that campaign, let me know. I'm getting that shit prepared now. I want to get mentally right for that. So go ahead and comment on this video. And when the time comes, who knows? I was thinking about doing another Rome 2 right after this one. But I'm really leaning towards switching it up and doing Attila. So any suggestions? And if you don't have a suggestion, just let me know what you think. Do you guys want another Rome 2 campaign, or do you want me to switch it up and go Attila?
Missile infantry.
The battle is turning in our favor.
All right, so I got my slingers freed up, and now we can just, again, shred their back line. They're already low morale. Now we're going to completely surround them and let them know they're not making it back. And that's that. We're just going to go ahead and chase down the remaining army. Trying to get that out the way. Okay, so yeah, so they deployed 5,000 units, and we took about 4,000 or 4,700 of that. Well, correction. Let me shut the fuck up and redo that. They deployed 5,500 units. Out of that 5,500, we decimated 4,700, and we only had 3,000 guys to defend that city. They took about half that army at 1,500. In my opinion, we take that 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 100. You get what I'm saying? We take that every time. And now we really should be on the advance. The Dalmatates are gonna be weak. I don't remember where all of our armies are. I know we got 2 armies up north. I don't really think this was a Pyrrhic victory, or a Pyrrhic victory, my bad. And since we are the originators of this, I think we would know. Yeah, good shit. Slingers definitely came in clutch. You gotta get them motherfuckers moving. I'm telling you. Anytime you have the missile superiority and you know you're gonna get them, at that point, they should just always be on the move. Have some cav nearby to maybe protect them, maybe put a hoplite near them. Levies did their job too. Hoplites held it down. 96, 93, 491. Motherfucker was getting it in. 491 for these militia hoplites. 47, 201 my pikemen. 230, 208, 524. Cav took down about 200 a piece. Look at that shit. It definitely helped having them there, and I think my axemen getting on the ground and again, these are just weak units. These are just weak units, so it's impressive. I think just the fact that we're defending ourselves, but you know, we should be winning these wars. We should be winning these battles.
The waves still beckon.
And they've got a navy, or they've got a fleet. I think it's about a half stack sitting at their other city. Okay, so let's see what my next few turns look like here. And just remember, we've got 4,800 in our coffers, 1,900 coming in every turn. So we're not rich, but we're not poor. 11 food. That's a bigger issue. We need to get our grain supplies up. 11 food is just that's not gonna cut it. And I'm still holding them siege up north. Fighting 2 wars right now. Taking a look at my family tree. I'm not sure what I'm looking for here. Maybe I'm just trying to check to see. Yeah, because we sent one kid off to be educated. The heir. Got the replenishment rate. And if you're unfamiliar with this, with what you're looking at here, this is the talents, traits, and toadies mod. You can find that on the workshop. I think I have it listed in the description too, so go ahead and add that to your campaign. I love it. It's been a must-have for me.
For death and honor.
I should fight this shit. Let's see what I do. Those 2 armies you see right above ours, that is just their best friend that has not tried to join the war. So I am skeptical that if I do whoop their ass, they'll declare war on me next turn. And I'm using my agent here to try to see if I can find their army to see where everybody's at. Because they're fighting those guys whose land I'm closest to. I don't see any trace of an army coming or going. So I don't know what the fuck's happening with that war. But I'm trying not to get ambushed. I need to move on something though, because they're just gonna rebuild right back up.
It is an honor to serve. Your orders? Yes. Ready for orders.
A lot of deliberation. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not sure what I'm thinking about here. I think I'm just trying to figure out, should I attack now? What do they have?
Ready for battle.
I need to heal. This army definitely needs to heal.
At your command.
I've got another army close by, so I'm thinking about recruiting some more for this army.
March.
Take the healthy units with
For
me,
orders.
or just recruit the slingers. What am I gonna do?
Make haste, men.
Yes, I'll get some hoplites and some slingers, or a slinger, just to bolster this army, because I think I'm gonna go on the move next turn.
Commander.
That army would take about 3 turns to fully heal, if not 2. So I can still go on the march with them next turn.
At your command.
I'll go for it now. I know me, and I know I don't want to fight this. I could fight this and get it over with. I should fight this shit. Just take out their entire army right now and then take that city. And they're weak as fuck. Because if I get my hoplites on some arm-to-arm, lock shit, side by side, y'all are done. Not my hoplites, my pikemen, excuse me. And the garrison. That's the most important part. So I knew we had 2 battles. Let's see if we have 3. I don't remember how this one went at all. Don't know why I decided to play it in the rain. I think that was a misclick. But fuck it, we go with it. So what do we know? We know that we got this 1 force in front of us, but they're getting 2 reinforcing armies. So they could be surrounding us. The game does funny shit like that. So I'm trying to just pick an angle. I think I'm going to pick this corner here and sit on top of this little hill that we're on. Put my pikemen up front. Extending the line. On my right flank, I got 3 of my hoplites. I think I'm going to do the same thing on my left flank. Let's see what I do with my levy. I'm gonna have him support the left flank. I guess I'm thinking that's where they're gonna come from, on that side. Slingers making up that second line. And then my cav units. And in this situation, I do think it's best to wait out their army reinforcing itself. And they're going to try to position themselves in a way where you have to chase them. Use one of your skirmish units and draw them out and bring them towards you. Make sure you maintain the advantage at all times.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Okay, so there's their other army coming in from the right. And really, really I just need to draw them in, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to link up, get stronger, and come fight me as one unit. But really, they'd rather their timer wait out and they win by default. So I've got 58 minutes to make a plan. This is obviously not going to take 58 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send one of my skirmisher cavalry units, probably my Tarentine cavalry, and really just try to pull aggro. It's like the easiest way for me to explain it. I'm just trying to get their units to draw out more to a favorable position in front of us, and then we'll meet them, if not bring them right to our army. I don't really want to be on the move because we'll be fighting uphill, and who wants to fight uphill? You know what would have been cool in this game is if they would have had like a terrain, or in any of the Total Wars, if they could have like a terrain preview. Like if I go to battle in this area right here, can I send a scout to survey the land and show me like what the land will look like, what units I need to bring? I mean, it makes for some interesting battles for sure, but like I don't think we need this much kind of like curiosity on where we're going to be fighting. It doesn't really make sense.
We have discovered the enemy's
And that's
units.
only if you're on the offensive. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter. I guess it wouldn't matter which side it would be. I'm just saying, I don't think it needs to happen before every battle, but just if you're trying to like survey some land, you should be able to see, if I choose to fight here, what does this land look like? What are the possible generated outcomes for that map? And I'm just moving the guys into position. Trying to speed this process up. Come on, pull some aggro. Chase us for a little bit. So we got them on the move. The army's being a little weird. They don't really want to follow us. So I got to keep them in position until they get close enough to where our missile units can just fire on them. And we got slingers, so they got pretty good range. Now, you don't have to do this when you're on the defensive, right? Because they're going to be looking for you. But when you are fighting battles that you're starting on the offensive side of things, a lot of times the AI just wants to get its armies together and hide somewhere and wait it out. They want you to come to them. So this is just a way to get around that. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Taking some losses there too. They got 11 of us on that one. And that was one volley. But see, now the army's engaged. They're on their way to fight us. Now I'm moving my cav up. I'm always trying to take out their slingers, always. I don't like having slingers just whittle away at my army. I just don't like it. What am I doing with my slingers here? I should move them on the flank. have them fire from the side. And remember, in these games, friendly fire is huge. That's why it shows you like how many units you lost and how many units got killed. Because a lot of this is due to friendly fire. If you just have your javelin men or your slingers firing right behind where your army is, you're killing some of your own units. You really want, the best angle is to have them either on the side of the enemy army that you're targeting or behind the enemy army. Behind is most effective. And I'm just closing in on them. As their units engage, they're leaving their slingers exposed. And I have one cavalry unit just sitting up there. I should not have that. But again, I tell you guys, I'm not that great at micromanaging. He should break off. Yeah. There you go. So now I'm moving my slingers to get on the side, just like I said. I really should move those hoplites to surround them as well. Let's see what I do. My cav is engaged with their slingers. Got to be careful. They got spearmen moving towards my Tarentine cavalry.
Our general is under attack.
And again, because I knew I had missile superiority, I didn't need to really just sit my units behind my army like that. I have no problem chasing them down with my cav, which means my missile units will have free reign over the battlefield. If that's the case, there's no reason to sit them behind my army. I should have had them all ready to go on the flanks. But that, again, that's just something I didn't think about. Hindsight is 2020. Are those my axemen? No, those are my... No, those are my axemen. Or my levies. Getting them in position. Moving my hoplites over. Just trying to surround their units. Always try to surround the units if they're in a blob. Especially if they're in a blob. Quick way to kill their morale.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Don't fight this. You're getting shredded by those spearmen. As they should. They shouldn't be fighting that right there. But I just never move them. So their missile units are all but gone. Now we can focus on their main army. And if you get two slingers on one unit, like focus fire, especially units with poor armor, you're shredding these motherfuckers every time. Get 3 units on it and you don't have to worry about that unit for the most part. And you'll see me do that with their general units. You'll see me kind of line up my slingers and just put them on skirmish mode and make them chase around their general unit because it's their strongest unit. And the chances that we snipe their general is up there, but also just make this motherfucker tired. So when he does come to fight you, when that unit does show up, they're already closer to getting routed. Yeah, the hoplites are taking casualties. No, why did I move the... Oh, that was my slingers, okay. Perfect. Turn your fire. Oh, well. What do you think? And my Tarentine cavalry's out of ammo, so they're just sitting there for the time being. Why didn't I move them?
The enemy general is dead.
So we got the general. One of them. They still have one more left. But the units are going to rout just because they just lost their general. Now all we do is chase them down because we're going to take the city next turn. And we're just playing cleanup duty. And look at that. Look at the right side of the screen. Do I catch it? Do I catch it? Barely. Barely fucking caught it. Yeah, this is beautiful. This was a good battle. Good battle, good battle, good battle. Wrap this shit up. And if this is the sign of like the army comps for this part of time, for this campaign, I probably should advance immediately. Until we start fighting chosen swordsmen, I should stay on the offensive. And this battle is pretty much all but over. Their general unit is still just walking around doing nothing. I don't know if we're still firing. Yeah, we all have they all have ammunition. And they're breaking. So now just put my cavalry on chase mode and it's over with. And they're tired. They've been doing this the whole battle. Pretty good army though, because they really aren't losing any. And this is what is this, 2 units I'm firing with them on? They're losing like 1 or 2 units per volley. Where are my cav units? I should have bended that. Yeah. Always, when you're chasing down these enemies at the end of the battle, try to turn off skirmish mode, fire at will, all that, because you don't want your units shooting your other units while they're trying to kill these guys. The missile units will just keep firing. And that goes for any melee unit that has missiles as well.
One of our units has used all its ammunition. Ready for orders.
Good shit. We needed this. We've stabilized the south. Now we can really focus on what we're doing in that northern province. And you see how it says they killed 484 of our units, but we lost 532. A lot of that was friendly fire. Well, not a lot, but quite a few of that was friendly fire that we'd like to not see happen again. Their spearmen didn't do too much damage. 129 for the original army that, fought us, but we'll see what the rest of their army did in a second. Look at my cav units though. Even the slingers and the levies at 140, for them to be at less than half, they were at less than half health and they still got through 140 units. Like, yeah, this is a good time to fight these fuckers. Boom. So now we should be able to just walk into the capital and do what the fuck we want. I don't know what I'm talking about here. I have no idea. I've got to be saying something about how this is a good way for this campaign to be going. And now that we did this, we're going to be in a better situation. Oh, okay. New recording. Yeah, go ahead and release them because we need the money. And we can just kill her next turn if she still wants to fight this war. Let's see what she does. Yeah, the Javelin men got quite a few of us too. Nothing impressive on their numbers though. Nothing impressive at all. $190 for my Royal Cav. And that was mainly slingers, I think. And then when they were hunting down the units. 237. Yeah, what am I talking about? I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up here. I only have maybe 2 more minutes of footage left to speak over. I don't know what I could be talking about. Look up North though. That's the next issue. That is the next issue. That's what we got to figure out. Got some shit to do up north, and I think it's one turn until they capitulate. So they either fight me this turn, which they probably are gonna do. I just hope the other faction doesn't join. Replenishment rate plus replenishment rate, perfect. We'll take that. Yeah, give me the campaign movement range. Okay, let's me just take it, right? Cool. I don't know why I did that actually. It was only 2 public order that I would have had to endure. -2, I mean. I don't know why I did that. I think I just wanted the money. And look at these fuckers take my cavalry. Take my citizen cab just like that. Okay, so now we have this land. And when we grab Yader or Ayadare and complete this Illyria Thanos Ring Province collection, we should have not only their video's over. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.